Welcome. Welcome back. So today's topic is going to be concentration. Somebody asked on the chat, I can't concentrate. So this is a very interesting topic because it's also relevant for meditation, right? Sometimes we are meditating and we think we can't concentrate. So we'll just cover the topic in totality for a few minutes. So what happens is that for most of us, distraction has become a habit. It's like I'll be talking to you and then I'll be like, let me just check my messages. I have no need to check my messages, but I'm talking to you and I'm wanting to check my messages. That is because we have a habit of distraction. The second, of course, is that we have become gadget addicted. Sometimes, you have people, they'll pick up the phone, they'll ask you a question, you're sitting in front of them, and simultaneously they'll pick up the phone and dial another number. It's like, what are you doing? Right? The reason why people do this kind of thing is because distraction has become a habit. Sometimes we feel that multitasking is a good thing. So that's one of the reasons. And of course, the addiction to the gadget, that's one thing. So again, those of us who are healers and who know how to heal, and especially those who have done pranic psychotherapy, what you can do is you can cut cords with the gadgets. You can cut cords with any item that is bothering you, that you think you're addicted to. The bigger problem sometimes, though, is that we don't want to be de-addicted, because for some of us, we think that that particular item or that particular food item is a reward. Okay, so that's also a part of distraction and concentration. So going back straight into concentration alone. So for concentration, what you can do is simple. You can connect the tongue to the roof of your mouth when you are studying, when you are doing any kind of, written work where you don't need to talk, when you're doing any kind of thinking work where you need to plan. Suppose you're doing salaries or you're doing accounts. It's a good idea to connect the tongue to palate. You'll find that you'll make less errors. At least it works for me. And it also helps me to concentrate. So why does it help to concentrate? Because what happens is that when we connect the tongue to palate, it's like turning on the switch. Okay, so right now I have this switch. If I turn it off, then the light is off. And if I turn it on, then the light is on, right? And when the light is on, I can see much better. So similarly, when we connect the tongue to palate, the light in our head, even that when we do the meditation, master says, focus on the light on top of your crown. So that particular light goes on. And obviously when that light is on, then everything that you see becomes clearer. Absorbing it becomes easier. So one thing, of course, is to connect your tongue to palate, right? Now, the other thing you can do is you can do 3 rounds of Om chanting before you sit down to study or to do anything important. Or even if you are going to call an important client, it's a good idea to sit down, connect tongue to palate, chant Om 3 times, focus yourself, think of the person you're going to call or the subject that you're going to study, and then take the action. Okay? The third thing that you can do is you can invoke the angels. Okay, so suppose it's for business, then you can invoke the angels of advertising, the angels of marketing if you're going to call a client. If it is for study, then you can invoke the angels of that particular subject. So suppose you're studying your least favorite subject, which may be, I don't know, suppose it's chemistry, for example. You can just invoke to the angels of chemistry and say, I really have to study this. So to the angels of chemistry, please, 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 please make it interesting for me. Okay, that's one way. Suppose you're studying your favorite subject, right? What you can also do is you can still invoke to the angels of, let's say, physics. And you say, angels of physics, I really love this subject. Can you possibly help me understand what I'm supposed to do in my life with this subject? Okay. And you may find that beautiful divine guidance begins to flow in, and you begin to understand why you like a particular subject and why you don't like a particular subject. So let's say, for example, something that your life purpose involves actually involves physics and chemistry. So you'll find that the angels of chemistry and the angels of physics are working together to help you understand both the subjects so that you can fulfill your life mission, right? All of us have a life mission. Like just today, I was talking to somebody about the fact that I have been working 25 years professionally in the US, in India, in professional firms, in partnership firms, in sole proprietorships, all kinds of formats, right? And today, when I do healing for people for business, it's like any business problem that they present to me, I have an idea about it. I have either worked it, I have either experienced it, right? So nothing in life is in vain. Whatever you do, try to learn something from it. whether it's studying or whether it's talking to somebody or whatever it is, just have faith in the Supreme that, you're here, we are all here for a purpose, and that purpose is going to be met if we stay on the path, right? How do we stay on the path? By not getting distracted. How do we get distracted? So suppose, like I said, I'm talking to you, I'm doing this, I'm like, let me check my messages. Let me play with this. I have no need to play with this, but I'm playing with it, right? So now I don't want to blame our parents, but I would just say that, concentration is a learned habit. So let's say, for example, right now I'm talking to everybody here, and let's say like somebody comes in through the door and be like, Bhabiji, whatever. So I have to deal with that, right? And I have to deal with it effectively. So what I can say to the person who comes in and be like, acha, 10 minute baad aana, right? I can do that. Come after 10 minutes, I can do that, right? Or I can get irritated and I'd be like, haven't I told you not to come when I'm doing this? That's another way of dealing with it. Which do you think is the better way of dealing with it? The better way to deal with it is to basically tell that person, come back in 10 minutes, I'm busy, and say it politely and gently, because then that doesn't disturb my flow, right? Now, you can do the same thing with other distractions. So suppose you're doing something and somebody comes, or your own thought says, oh, I should have done that. Oh, I forgot to tell, that guy to do this work. Oof, there's going to be a mistake. Now, just take a second and think to yourself, does it really matter if you talk to the guy after 10 minutes or after 15 minutes? If it doesn't matter, then make a note somewhere on a paper and just continue with the work that you're doing. That's also a way to handle distractions. Okay. With me, you'll see there's always a piece of paper, and whenever I'm doing any kind of work that requires concentration, I have a separate piece of paper on which I note down all the things that come to my mind. Okay, because often I've seen that when I'm meditating, that's when the best ideas begin to flow, when a lot of things come to my mind. So I have a separate piece of paper and I start writing down on that. But it doesn't divert me from my main focus, which is doing healing while you are meditating, right? So that's my main focus. But there are other things that are happening. So that's how I deal with distractions. I'll just write them all down and I'll continue doing the healing. And then once I'm done and the session is over, then I'll look at the list and be like, okay, what do I need to work with, right? So what do we talk about? Connecting the tongue to the palate. That's the first, simplest, easiest thing. The second thing you can do is chant Om 3 times. The third thing you can do is you can invoke your angels. So again, if it's a business, invoke the angels of your business. If it's study, invoke the angels of study, of the particular subject that you're going to study. Now, there are other techniques which we teach in a workshop called Hinduism Revealed. Basically, if you look at the picture of Ganeshji, that is where the secret is. But I'm not free to reveal that as far as I understand. So either you can buy the book on Kindle and you can read it up and you'll understand. So this is basically another very powerful technique on how to concentrate, how to use your body. Okay. Now, I'd like to say one more thing, that one of the things about the body, the human body is actually an instrument. Just like we have a phone that is an instrument and is designed to do many things. So is the human body. It's designed to do many things. It's just that we don't know what it's designed to do, right? So for most of us, when we use our phone, we probably use 5 to 6% of its actual functionality. The phone has a lot of functionalities that we don't use. Similarly, the body, this whole human body, has a lot of functionality that we don't know, that we don't understand. So one of the ways to, of course, understand it is to do Arahatic Yoga, to do the courses of Master Choa Kok Sui, because slowly and surely he begins to explain to us how to use our body in the right way. Okay, so once again, the book is called Hinduism Revealed. It is by Master Choa Kok Sui, and there is a technique called the Ganesha technique, which you can use to improve your concentration. Okay, so that's that. I think that's 4 things that we've shared, 3 specific techniques. What else? Yeah, and before you sit down to do any work, a lot of us, the minute when we sit down to do any work, it's like, oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, I didn't turn on the AC. Oh, it's too cold. It's too hot, right? We all have this. The reason why this happens is it's because it's distraction. So initially what I would do is that I would in fact have a list of all my distractions. It's like water, snack, AC, water, tub of water for meditation, crystal, everything. Everything is little down on a list. And before I sit down at 3:45 for this particular session, I go through my list. It's like, okay, have I got everything down? Yes. Okay, so now I can concentrate. Right? So it is something that we have to train ourselves. It comes gradually, but it comes, and it takes effort, like everything else in life takes effort. Okay. So I hope that was useful and that answered the question of the person who asked it. So thank you everyone for joining, and we will see you soon.